All right, folks, so we are not in North Carolina. I'm actually on vacation in Arizona, and it's been a couple of days, but I finally decided to turn the camera on and, well, record. And here's why, because even being over 2,000 miles away, you can still find great deals and probably make a couple of dollars. So I'll post pictures. This one popped up for $50. It's i5, 3rd gen, 32 gigs of DDR3, 760 graphics card, which I know some of you are probably saying to yourself, this is really slow and not worth your time. But for $40, I pretty much got everything I mostly need for a computer. We could probably locate a cheap case, which I have listings for those, which we'll try to grab for $20. Another $20 for a power supply, storage, and probably for about $80 to $100, I could build a computer, flip it real cheap, and yeah, that's kind of how we do it. So even on vacation, let's try to find some good deals. So just picked up these deals, and this is what we have. We have our motherboard, and of course there's a gamble that it may not work, it will work, who knows. There should be a CPU under there. Yep, see a CPU, 16 gigs of, well, 32 gigs of mismatch memory, and I believe this is a 760, GTX 760. So $40, pretty good baseline, and definitely some meat on the bone. So let's move on to the next deal and see what else we can pick up. So I actually went back to the house that I'm staying at. As you can see, cactus. This Arizona stuff is pretty bugged out. First time ever being here. Dropped off the motherboard, video card, graphics card, well, motherboard, graphics card, CPU, that whole thing that I got. And I need a case. So I reached out, post pictures up here, $30. I offered $20. He said, come get it. Comes with 2 fans, which fans are good. We need airflow. And $20 for a case, can't beat it. It's white, looks like it's tempered glass. So that is a score. It is, and I wish I would have paid attention to my phone, but it's actually 20 minutes from where I'm staying now, which is not bad, but had I paid attention sooner, I would have only had to drive 10 minutes and then drive over here. So let's head over there. Let's pick up the case. I do have a couple of feelers out as I'm trying to get the power supply. This guy has one for $20. It's a EVGA 650 watt non-modular, which would be flipping amazing, but he's not in the area, or he's somewhere in the area. So I'm waiting on a response for him. I might need to take a look and see what other power supplies I could pick up. I mean, $20 for a 650 watt, that'd be perfect. And then I'd have pretty much everything I need for a computer, and I'm at $20, $40, $80 mark, which is not bad at all. And then of course the final thing would be to find a storage drive, which I've seen a couple. I could probably get something like a 240 or 500 gig used local for $20, and yeah, we should be ready to go. So let's go pick up this case. Hopefully it's in good condition, and I'll post updates if I hear from the others. So that's actually pretty cool. So I don't like to put people's information or show people on camera and stuff like that, but the guy actually recognized me, which is kind of weird because I don't show my face on his channel. But anyways, he saw my Facebook, and well, he saw that I had all my other listings and stuff. He's like, oh, I watched the channel, big fan. So that was flipping awesome, and here we are. Tempered glass, looks pretty good. Everything in the front looks good as can be. We'll clean that up and that'll be fine. The USB. So this is perfect. Now we just need a power supply and a hard drive. He did have 2 other computers that I was definitely interested in, but the issue with that is well, kind of on the budget, folks. I'm trying to stick to this $100 thing. So let's pop these fans in here just like so. I'm gonna move this down there. Well, I'll do that in a sec, but I'll move this thing down here. But case looks perfect. Very happy, excited. I'm still waiting on a couple of messages for a power supply and a hard drive, and we'll be good to go. But other than that, that was a pretty sweet deal. And well, I've never had a fan before, so I don't know. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. So now what I need to do now is head back to the house I'm staying at, meet up with the wife and kiddo, take them swimming, and maybe tomorrow I should be able to hunt down a storage drive and power supply. I don't know, we'll see. So kind of recap, we're into this $20 plus 40, so we're into the $60. My math is bad. So $60. If we could get the power supply for 20, the other guy reached out to me. He said he won't be able to reach back out till Tuesday, which is rather unfortunate because I'm actually leaving Arizona on Monday. That's kind of a bummer. So maybe we could find some other deal we could scoop up. And the storage drives, I guess nobody wants to sell storage drives today because nobody's responding back to me. And that's definitely not cool. But it is what it is. It's Saturday. It's 102 degrees. It is blazing hot. I mean, you walk out here and it's like somebody's blowing a air dryer on you. Crazy. But other than that, pretty cool. And yeah, so let's go pick up the family, take them swimming before my wife decides and threatens to leave me again. And we'll come back when we got some more stuff. I'll tell you what, over here in Arizona, the mountains are gorgeous. Just look at that. So yeah, it's actually 2 hours later? Yeah, it's 2 hours later, finished swimming and having a good time with the family. And I'm back on this project, getting a computer together for $100. So I had to do some thinking about this one. I need a storage and I need a power supply. And I'm not trying to break the bank. We're gonna stay under $100. Well, $100 or less. Well, at this point, $100. So I do need that. And the only way I'm gonna get that is well, trying to find something that is worth my while. I'm looking at the power supplies. The cheapest one I was able to get for was $20, and I'll post that up here. The guy, we can't meet today, so that's definitely not good. And he won't be available until after I leave. Storage options, they're all over the place. I put a couple of feelers out, and one dude was kind of sketchy and wanted to meet in a place that, yeah, probably not a good idea. This dude wants to meet at the library. So I'll post pictures up here. Police. This dude wants to meet at the library, and it's about 20 minutes away from here, which is perfectly fine. It's a i5 3rd gen. It has a graphics card. It has 16 gigs of DDR3 power supply and 240 gig storage. For $50, I offered 40, and it's actually perfect, and I'm getting a better bang for the buck. Not only do I get the power supply and the storage that I need for this $100 PC, but I also get another case, which is good because I got computers at home that I need a case for. I got another system, i5 3rd gen, and believe it or not, I know a lot of people are going to probably say that these things are junk, don't mess with them. Yeah, they work very well. I have a lot of people that reach out that just need potato computers just for browsing the internet and just basic potato games, and those things work really well. I put them together dirt cheap, and they move and flip really quick. So that's why I keep that type of stuff. So I'm going to meet up with this dude. I'm about 20 minutes away, and hopefully this should go well. So just enjoy the scenery. So folks, I just finished up with this dude, and we made the challenge. We have a computer to put together for $100, but this deal could not have gone any better than originally planned. Number one, not only was at the library, but it was right in front of the sheriff's office in Pima County over here in Arizona, which is fantastic. It makes me feel a lot better when you're meeting in front of a police department. Less chance you're gonna get robbed or hosed. I'm just saying, with all the cameras, people don't want that type of attention. So that's number one. And number two, I got what I needed and then some. So he threw in some bonuses. I'm ecstatic about it. I'm gonna pull into this gas station, and I'm going to show you exactly what I got and how we scored. So, oh yeah, and also I need some gas. So yeah, this is fantastic. So let me find a parking spot and not get hit by driving with my camera rolling in the parking lot. But yeah, let's find a spot and let's show you how fantastic this deal was. So let's show you exactly what we got. So this was the computer that I came for. And it has everything that I need, the 240 gig storage drive, the power supply. But while I was there, the guy was asking me, hey, you know, why are you interested in this whole computer? You know, he was like, I don't mind you, buying it, but hey, what's your plans with it? And I told him, I says, I'm on a $100 computer challenge. I'm on vacation. I want to see if I can put a computer together for $100. He said, oh, okay, cool. So I got this for $40. Well, then he said, hey, would you be interested in another computer? So I'm like, okay, challenge complete, but let's see what else you got. So he shows me this one, and I'm like, yeah, for $60, I got another complete computer, and I'm not going to turn that down. It's a little, you know, it's thrown to the side over here, but it's okay. But yeah, we got this one, or maybe it's the other one that was 40 or 60. But either way, we got two computers, and this one also has a nice i5 in there, 3rd gen power supply, but it has a 240 gig SSD, a 1 terabyte SSD, and a GTX 770. So for 60 for what I got earlier, 40 for what I got for that, 60 for that. So I'm in $160. $160. I have 3 working computers. Well, hopefully they're working. We haven't tested them, but I have faith in them. I'm confident. And once we are done with that, if we put it together with the parts I have, I should be able to flip all these 3 computers, $160, and they will easily flip anywhere from $300 to $350. So that is fantastic. I'm done fueling this thing up. I think the wife is calling me because she hasn't heard from me and she wants to make sure I did not get kidnapped. I'm gonna run inside, get myself a quick energy drink. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention bonus. He threw in a Wi-Fi card, so Wi-Fi is good. We got power cables, display ports, a wireless mouse, keyboard, DVI. This is bonus stuff, folks. This is really good. This is the stuff that, you know, when you add it to the sale of the computer, people are more inclined to buy it when you throw in stuff like that. So yeah, bonuses. So it is the next day, and this is the goods. This is what we got. We got this one, which is case, motherboard, CPU memory, i5 3rd gen, 32 gigs of DDR3, and I think this is a 760. Nothing to go crazy about, but enough for potato builds. This is the other one, which I'll have to open these up. So let's go ahead, let's start with this one. Let's open this up. Let's visually inspect what I got, you know, after the fact instead of doing it on scene. But that's fine. That's fine. So now, another reason why I'm doing this visual inspection is because I need to put that motherboard graphics card in there just for transport reasons, because it'll be a lot easier. So I'm just gonna do the right thing and steal screws from here and put them in there. And the same thing with over here. So, you know, use what I got here and make that work. So that should be fine. But let's take a look at what we got over here. So 550 watt Corsair power supply. This is a Gigabyte. Yep, Gigabyte ultra durable. I think this is 16 gigs if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is 16 gigs. And this card looks like it's, you know, seen better days, but that's fine. This might be the 760. This is the 770. So this is the one that's supposed to be working. So we got a 770, 760. I guess that's common in this area because everywhere I was looking, it kept on having 770s, 760s. So it is what it is. And over here for our storage, 1 terabyte, which that was one of the things that I really was excited about. And from what I gather, 250 gigs. So we have an inland 1 terabyte, a 250 gig Samsung Evo. So that is perfect because that'll go for over there. So all we need is really a power supply for that. But storage for the win. And the guy said this stuff works. He was actually willing to go into the library and have me test it, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure that we should be good over there. Cooler Masters, and these are supposed to be i5 3rd gens. I think this is the K series, so you know we got some overclocking options if need be. And Z87, so pretty cool. Now for this one, and if I'm being honest with you folks, I really like this case. This Cooler Master one is a really cool looking case. I don't know, just simple, clean. I like it. So let's pop this open. Throw this right over here. And I think this is the one that the graphics card was a little suspicious, he said, but he said everything else worked on it. Z77, also supposed to have 16 gigs of DDR3. And the storage drive was a 256 gig or 250 gig, whatever it is. It's a Kingston. And this is supposed to be a 770 as well. Twin Frosier. So pretty cool. Decent motherboards, decent stuff. And this older stuff works really well. And like I said, I got people lined up that are willing and wanting this stuff just for the price that they'll go for. So let's get this stuff mounted in there, and let's go ahead and open up this case. All right, so let's lay this thing flat, which I just laid it on a rock. That is amazing. Yeah, tempered glass. It's actually pretty nice. Pop this in just like so. Okay. So at least we got enough to put 2 screws, and that's what I'm going to go for, is 2 screws here, and then I'll pop in the graphics card. So let's go to the other ones. And this one is missing screws. Awesome. Who would have thought that, like, while on vacation, you should take screws with you? Definitely not this guy. I mean, if I could at least just get, like, 1 or 2. There's 1. One there, 1 there. Let's get this one up here. So this will have 3 screws holding it, which should be more than enough. Now we just want 1 screw. That's all we need, is 1 screw. And we might not get 1 screw, but we'll make it fit. Oh, sweet, that works. Pop this in here, and like I said, this is just for transport. We're not going to New York with it. Well, we're going to North Carolina with it. Yeah, we're going to North Carolina with it. So I do need to make sure this is secure. What in the world? Pop it in. Okay. So now let's see if we can get this screw to hold it in.
Doesn't seem to be.
Doesn't seem to want to work. Or maybe we can take this one out. And the screw just fell right through the hole in the table. That's awesome. Like I said, folks, we just need this thing to stay in place for the long drive back. I think we got it. Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, that's good. Take this out so it don't fall all over the place. Alright, look at that. We got a computer. We're ready to go. You know, a couple of wires and things and you know, things. Yeah. Okay, let's put the glass on. Alright, so we're good with that. This fan, this, and even this, I'll put it in another bin that I have. So computers are secure. I'll put those back together, and at least we'll be able to load those in the SUV, take them back to the south, and we're good to go. So it is 6 weeks later, and finally I have time to get around to this. This guy, this guy, this guy. These are complete systems with SSD, graphics cards, and everything. i5 3rd gen, it's pretty awesome. This one does not have a storage or power supply. In fact, I pieced this one together and I just put it all in there. But this one does have an extra storage, or maybe it's this one. I don't know. And I have tons of extra power supplies lying around. So I need to make sure these things work. That would have been nice to know when I was 2,000 miles away, but that's the gamble I take. And typically, if you're going to go out and buy used, ask people to send you a video of it working, it not working, what it does, or whatever. But it's fine. So let's go ahead and let's start with this white one. All right, so this one has RGB action, which I can't remember. Did I put that in there? Did that come with the case? I don't know. It's been too long. And let's go ahead and take these out. And now what we need to do is we need to get a power supply, which I have a CX600 Corsair, which will be perfect for this. And I'll explain actually the plan for this setup in a little bit. But we need to make sure that it posts just like the other ones. All right, so we should be good to go. So let's put some power. Some video. I think we gotta flick this. Yep. And let's fire it up. Awesome. The boot device, blah, blah, blah. I don't even think there's any boot device in it, so let's just kind of confirm what we have. So, i5 3570K, which is pretty cool. We could actually do a slight overclock to it, just get a little more performance out of it. 16 gigs of DDR3, so those are all 4 gig sticks. Not too terrible. This thing does have the whole USB 3 action, so that's pretty good, because, you know, people kind of like that. All right, so we're off to a good start on this one. Now, of course, we would need to do more in-depth testing. I would like to stress a little bit, but for the most part, if it boots in, I'm not getting anything wonky with the graphics or anything like that. I'm fairly confident that I should work fine. Like I said, we'll probably have to repaste this graphics card, CPU, clean this up, but I'm not going to put this combination together. Now, this case is pretty nice. It's in really good condition, minus the, you know, custom logos up front. So what I plan to do is actually rip all this guts apart. I have an X99 platform that I could pop in here, DDR4, i7, 5730, pop in an RX 580, and because we do have some RGB action installed, this thing will actually flip really quick, primarily because it has the case, RGB sells, people like that. That's going to be more appealing, better bang for the buck. I could sell it for more value because it's a little newer than this one, and it would game a lot better. So pretty cool. One down. Let's go check. Computer number 2 calls me back surgery number 3. Just kidding. Let's just fire it up and see what it does. I mean, at least this one looks more well put together compared to like the other one. I know there was one that they said that the graphics card was a little wonky. Maybe it's this one. All right, let's fire it up. Of course, one day I'll learn to check that before I turn the computer on. Let's fire it up. All right, we got power. Maybe this one's the bad graphics card. Might be this one. Let's try the HDMI on the motherboard. Yep, we found the bad graphics card one, which is perfectly fine. But now we could kind of look at the specs that we got. So let's zoom you in. And no, I am not connected to the internet or anything like that. One of my lessons, folks, got a video where the guy almost got in a lot of trouble. Well, I didn't almost get in a lot of trouble, but could have if you're not careful. Definitely check out that video. Let's see, what do we have? Ooh, 8 gigs of memory. i5 3570K. Windows 10 Home. And how big was this drive? Oh yeah, 250 gigs, so not bad. Does it even recognize the graphics card? Let's see, display. Nope, definitely not recognizing the graphics card, so. Alright, pretty good. Storage, power supply, motherboard, all that good stuff. Yeah, just pop in a better graphics card, which I have plenty cheap ones lying around. Maybe we'll do a separate video seeing if we can bring that back to life just for fun on that, but pretty cool. Another one for the win, so let's move on to the next one. Here's another. Alright, so this case actually works out pretty good, and I'll say more about that in a few, because, well, I have a computer that needs it. And we'll go over that. So first things first, let's open it up. I've kind of cannibalized it just a little bit. I took the storage drive. Did I take out both? I think this was the one that had 2 drives in it. Let's see, do you guys see it? Nope, I don't see it. So I had like a 1 terabyte and a 240, and I don't see it, and I don't remember what computer I put it in. Hopefully I didn't sell it. It's around here somewhere. But anyways, taking a look at it, I think it's also an i5 3rd gen. I don't know, I guess in Tucson, Arizona, you know, everybody was purging their i5 3rd gens, but this one's a Z87 by Gigabit. A little bit dusty, so let's just go ahead and fire it up. All right, fire it up. There we go. Ooh, one of these fans are not happy. All right, we got a post. Can we go into the BIOS? Ooh. Wow, that's a cool BIOS. Check this out. I've never seen one like this. So, side note, I haven't had a Gigabyte motherboard in years. Actually, I had the ITX one. And, well, I didn't like it and I got rid of it. But anyways, this is pretty cool. It's kind of like futuristic. All right, let's confirm what we have and what we don't have. Memory. I think I'm starting to remember why I don't like Gigabyte. A guy wants to know, you know, what type of computer he has. Maybe under system information. Comment down below. Let me know if you ever use this motherboard. Okay, I see it. It's in the bottom. All right. i5 4670K. Got a little more power compared to the other ones. 8 gigs of memory. So it's perfect because I have another rig that has 32 gigs and we could kind of divvy up the memory and bump these up to 16 gigs. And that is about it. Now the curious thing is, what fan is making all that noise? Oh, we found it. Graphics card. I think I fixed it. Nope. Did I fix it? Maybe I did. Who knows? Typically with those, you can clean them up pretty good. You might be able to restore them. If not, it is what it is. But like I said in the first one, this works. It boots up. I don't see anything wonky. Of course, install Windows and do all that stuff. But I'm fairly confident I should not have no issues with this. So, score. Very happy. Now let's wrap this up and tell you the plans. So was it worth ditching my family for several hours a day just to go in and buy this older junk? No, I didn't ditch him like that. I think I probably spent like 2 or 3 hours on one day on a 14-week vacation that we were on doing this. But yes, it was kind of worth it because I pretty much paid $50 for all these computers. The initial challenge was to try to build a PC for $100, which we did. We got the parts that we needed, and we got a bonus in the fact that we were able to get all this other stuff. So with all that being said and done, I started off with one version of this video with a challenge. I did meet it, and it just kind of escalated and changed it to something even better, and that's pretty awesome. So the question is, was it worth it? So comment down below, let me know your thoughts, concerns, criticisms. Do you think it was worth it? Have you ever just bought all the hardware because people upgraded a part of it, you saw it in the ad and listing, and then realized, oh man, this part is worth more than the whole computer combined, and you just buy it cheap just to get that and repurpose it for other things? And if you're out of town or on vacation, do you just check used listings to see what good deals you can find? If you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and as always, we'll see what we come up with next.